Okay, Alien Earth, what is the message here? Through the first 3 episodes, it is starkly different than any other alien project I've seen. By that I mean it touches on scenarios within the human coil that the others didn't, aside from the human life and death theme. I was watching Alien Earth with my wife, and immediately I started having issues with it. And she said, "Why don't you just watch it?" So, you'll have to put aside the alien canon, and I say canon because I guess there's one, but they seem to change with every movie and show about aliens, so I don't know if there's really a canon or not, other than the alien bleeds acid. That's pretty much the only thing that stays consistent. Anyway, if you can put aside the canon and the timeline that Alien Earth is supposed to fit into, if you can do that, you might just enjoy this show. Now, let us go back to Alien 3, the movie that never happened. What you say, Affable? Lost it, have you? I saw Alien 3. It did happen. Oh, I know. But perhaps you didn't see this.
In 1979, we discovered in space, no one can hear you scream. In 1992, we would discover on Earth, everyone can hear you scream.
What happened to Earth in that? It changed to a prison planet. I can only assume that they realized they didn't have the budget or the special effects to have it on Earth yet, and so they just changed it. But originally, at least with this teaser trailer, it said that it was supposed to be on Earth. And here we have Alien Earth. And so far, in my anti-affable opinion, it's worth a watch. It takes on an aspect you're not prepared for in an alien-themed show. Again, forget the supposed timeline for this series in the movie time period. Just take Alien Earth for what it is. And the alien part really feels like a catalyst for what the show is trying to say. You don't even really need the alien. You can put anything in its place. And the overall message, I think, I might be wrong, we'll see, but I think the overall message is different than just you're fighting aliens. And what I mean is different, yes, the Peter Pan theme. Why? This is the thing that remains to be seen. The show will have to play out and see if it sticks with it or it kind of tries to forget about it. I can only assume that since it's a Disney product, they used Peter Pan because they own the rights to it and they could just throw it in there wherever. Now, another reviewer, when he reviewed the first 2 episodes, said the first episode was great, but the second episode shocked him because Peter Pan's everywhere. So that led me to believe, although I do respect this reviewer quite a bit, but that led me to believe he didn't really watch the episodes, because Peter Pan is there from the get-go within the first episode. Many may not know that in the original text by J.M. Barrie, Peter Pan is actually the bad guy. He's the one that lures children away from loving parents, never to return home again. And in the original screenplay for the theater, Barrie titled it The Boy Who Hates Mothers. So they had him rename it to The Boy Who Wouldn't Grow Up. Is this what they're playing on in Alien Earth? That the boy genius, boy cavalier, is taking children away and never to return for his own devious ends? Or is he actually trying to do something good? So this guy is Peter Pan. This woman is Tinkerbell. These children are the Lost Boys. So, is this Captain Hook then? There's a link in the description below for a channel that laid all this Peter Pan stuff out perfectly. Definitely watch it, because it is really interesting. Even with the Peter Pan theme that's going on, overall, the show keeps you guessing, and it is fast-paced enough to keep me intrigued and want to know what's going to happen. So I say, give it a watch. You might be surprised. let's look at each episode. Episode 1, they did a fantastic job of mimicking the original Alien movie. The ship, the crew, the menacing tour of duty in space. Although I hate that we got to know these characters and then they're immediately wasted. They do a good job in a short amount of time building it up. Either you like them or you don't like them, but you are invested in those characters. And I hate that they're just gone, just like that, except for one. There's more to discover with this whole crew and everything, but alas, maybe they'll go back and look at it, like a flashback episode or two. Look at these side-by-sides of cryopods, the cafe, the hallways, the look, the helmet even in Alien is very close, or in Alien Earth is close to Alien. I don't like the rapid interjection scene cuts. It feels like a cheap, easy way to convey a plot or a story. And you don't even need it. They tell you what happened to them enough while they're discussing their mission in the cafeteria. They don't need to show these cutscenes. It's just cheesy and cheap. I don't like it. Now, I don't mind it in the openings to the other episodes to show you what happened in the previous episode. I think that works out well. Now, I do like when they're at Neverland Island doing the research and showing us the kid that's going through the transformation. I do like that. And to be honest, you could just have started the whole series that way and it would have been just as interesting. The children's bodies are gone, but their minds stay the same, sorta. And they will never physically grow older, which was a major bane to the original Peter Pan story. Boy Cavalier won't have to thin the herd as Peter Pan did when his boys grew up and got too old. Now, episode 1 sets you up with, yes, the aliens are contained, then they got loose, blah, blah, blah. That always happens. But that's not the story. That's the catalyst for the story. The story, in my opinion, can Peter Pan, or Boy Cavalier, create a synthetic child that won't grow up, but still be a human. Now, in Alien Earth, Wendy is the leader instead of Peter Pan really going out and doing adventures and being the leader. But here, Wendy is the leader of the Lost Boys, and then they go off on their first adventure to save Wendy's real human brother. Alien stuff happens and puts her brother in harm's way. Episode 2 shows us more of the alien catalyst. Again, viewers, toss aside the alien canon and timeline here, and I think you might enjoy this. The aliens drive our characters to explore and investigate and save Wendy's brother, and the filmmakers do a good job in showing that both their lives have been void of something since they parted, the brother and the sister. When Wendy and her brother reunite, it only takes a few prodding questions to convince the brother that it's her in a synthetic body. Why? Because he's been so alone without her, he's dying for the chance to have something of a life back, something familiar, something of his own. He's desperate for that, and he takes it when it's offered, as any of you would. Now, notice that I'm not going into the technology or the weapons or ships and such compared to the other stories and movies. Just let that go, man. Release it like peeing in the ocean, and you will have a better viewing experience with Alien Earth. Promise. Hey, it's not like this is a new Superman or anything. Now, episode 3 discusses the Peter Pan theme, or at least it's brought up by the Lost Boys, or in this case, the Lost Girl, and why the Boy Genius chose it, and why Wendy got to pick her name, but all the others can't. So a little internal Lost Boy conflict. And then it goes on to do normal alien species research that usually ends in catastrophe. Now, what about...
Where's the beef?
You didn't think I was gonna be all positive, did you? Okay, here's my beefs. Okay, this girl, she's got something going on. But this guy, they damn well better explain this guy. But this girl, she has this look on her face. She's got the look of someone who is trying to wake up from a dream. And I know it's for character dynamic, but I think she's going to blow a gasket soon. And you really can't blame her for blowing a gasket, because why would they show you her dead body after they transfer her consciousness? He wants them to make him more human, not psychotic, right?
It's gonna pop.
So in this scene, the Lost Boys and her brother find the alien eggs, and they break the barrier, which I guess sends a signal to the alien, and you can see him running towards it to protect the eggs. But instead of protecting the eggs, the alien just grabs the kid and goes away. Why would he do that? Why wouldn't he just kill everybody? He's killing everybody from the start of the show, so why not just kill those people? All the other alien shows show that it's protecting the egg, so why wouldn't he do it here? In this clip here, Boy Cavalier asks the robot, hey, where are my kids?
We bag them, isolate, do a full workup. How are my kids?
I have 3 of them.
Why don't you know where your kids are? Because now, in this scene afterwards, the old assistant just says that we record everything through your eyes. And there's scenes where you can see he's sitting there watching them through their eyes.
We're circulating images we took from your retinal cameras.
A what?
Your eyes. We record everything you see.
So why can't he see all of them? Why is Wendy's cut out? And the other Lost Boys aren't cut out. But he can't see Wendy? What? Why? Okay, here in this scene, with the cyborg, the police, obviously you can hear it. I'll play it here with full audio. But you can hear him getting handcuffed. But then here, after he's handcuffed, when the alien comes to attack him, you can see that his hands, right there, are not handcuffed. How did he get out of the handcuffs? If he broke them, then the handcuff would still be there, just the chain would be gone. Okay, in this scene, you can see the cyborg has a stun gun, and he stuns the alien and puts him out. Okay. Where was that stun gun before? They showed in episode 1 that the alien's running around a ship, and he seals off the door to Mother, so the girl can't get through and she gets killed. Well, obviously they know at that point that the aliens are running around. Would they not arm themselves? Because you can see an empty sidearm holster on the girl that the alien kills. So they already have their weapons out. Why didn't he have this weapon? Why didn't they use it on the ship? Because he got the weapon from the armory that's on the ship. Okay, here, the meat trailer, the alien leaves. Instead of attacking them, the alien leaves and jumps on top of the trailer so she can stab it. And then he turns the trailer over. Why would the alien do that? Just like in the eggs, where he doesn't protect the eggs, he just captures the kid and leaves. It makes no sense. It's just a catalyst for the story that they want to tell. Okay, so in this scene, this is after the trailer attack. The door gets closed, you can't see the fight, but Wendy wins, and the camera pans over to her holding the weapon. Look what I did. And she gets injured, I guess. But this scene reminds me so much of... Yeah, so Firefly did it already. In conclusion, the first 3 episodes are done well enough to keep me engaged and keep me wanting to know what's happening. The character dynamic alone between the creator, Boy Cavalier, and his creations is done very well. And his assistant here, between the 2 Lost Boys, is done very well too. Dialogue between Hirsch and the Lost Boys, and Hirsch and the Cyborg. The overall story arc, should we be playing God? Is it worth it to have immortality? What's the consequences of that immortality? Alien Earth, I recommend that you watch it. It's a good show, but we'll see how these storylines play out. Anyway, that's all I've got for today.
Like and subscribe.